and they are obviously starting on the T side of things, which I would imagine not ideal for them.
Yeah, it doesn't sound ideal, does it? Not the best. Waiting for a couple players to reconnect. Shouldn't be too long. I'm excited because did they recently make changes to this Heretics lineup? I feel like they've been together for a while. I just haven't seen them. But if I recall, last time I watched Kirishima, I don't believe Maka was a part of this lineup, and maybe Lucky was. I don't recall.
He was. They've been together for a while. I caught them at a LAN about a year ago, I think. Maybe a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
XMS seems to be kind of a newer-ish addition with like 100 less maps than Kirishima. Navira, relatively new again in the grand scheme, but they have been together for a good long while here. Over 100 maps played with all 5 players, so yeah, certainly going to be confident, I think, moving into
were they in the top 30 at one point? I think they were, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, so in May.
Yeah, 16 weeks.
Okay. Yeah,
decent amount of time in the top 30 for sure.
I guess just with everything going on, player break, teams just kind of drop out if you're not on that grind, the Gambit youngsters grind, I guess we've deemed it. So after Pistol Round Scriv, I'll grab your prediction. I'll just give mine now due to me being on the mic. I think Heretics have a really good fighting chance here, so I'm going to go with the French blood in me. I'm going to pick them, Maka, in a bit of some awkward situations, actually able to find them both. I would have agreed with the observer, getting off of him, thinking only he's going to get one, but the immediate trade comes in, and now Mad Lions man down, lack of map control. Scriv, let me grab your prediction now. Again, I'm being a little biased with my French last name of LaFortune, but hey.
I think it's got to be Mad Lions, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be super easy, but they're just the better team. So I feel they should be able to get the victory here. I don't know. I can definitely see Heretics hitting double digits and maybe winning a cheeky force buy or something. You know what I mean? Like, there is definitely a chance that they can turn things upside down. But I just think the likelihood and the parameters for that will be difficult to find. Either way, 25 seconds left here, moving in towards the B bomb site. Kirishima trying his best to find a head. Great little flash coming in, and Innocent finds them both. Oh my goodness, Devira was so blind. And now we're back into a 3-on-3, a doable situation. No, a 3-on-2, in fact, excuse me. Nonetheless, XMS is able to bring it back down to even, but the bomb has been planted. Lucky's gonna fall. It's all onto XMS. Shoosh takes his head clean off, and Mad Lions pull the pistol back.
Okay, that was a prolonged pistol, but they do grind that round out. Maka's efforts at the beginning have been thwarted. Hope I'm using that word in the right context. This push from Innocent, really well done on the back of a good flash over the top. In fact, that might have even been a bit of a team flash from Acor, so that's... Or no, that was a good flash from Acor. I'm losing my mind. Innocent dodges the flash. Acor pops it in. Allows Innocent to make the push. That molly misses. Mad Lions should be able to figure that out eventually. As it is, of course, the force buy from Heretics. A lot of CT sides do like the force because your first round buy is never good when you lose pistol. Get the force out of the way. Single AK for Roy. I gotta remind myself it's not Roy, it's Roy.
A common mistake. Just because, you know, English natives, of course. But then it gets all, you know, being within Europe, it does get confusing knowing which languages have that J as a Y sound. So sometimes you try and overcompensate, and then you're actually wrong, when you would be right if you just did it naturally. But the best way, of course, send them a cheeky DM, give them a nice message, and hopefully they get back to you with the right answer. Either way, Lucky. Oof. Thought he'd be good for one there, but no. Clapped out by Shoosh. A great little bait and switch. One does go down. Kirishima, good for a headshot, but nothing substantial from Heretics. Mad Lions able to get through. I think they lose an AK there, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's certainly a result for Heretics, but we're going to see a hard eco coming in, of course, from that CT side. Mad Lions will have the opportunity to build the cash back up. Roy drops his AK across to Shoosh. You know, we're all good here. Maybe a Cillian goes for another Mac 10, would be nice. Or no, actually, he's going to get a bonus deagle from one of his mates.
Very nice of him. Get to use the Deeg here against pretty much just the only CZ, and Kiyoshima is the only weapon that can find some effect. Innocent. Controlling that Galil nicely. The 5 extra bullets in that mag go a long way. Acor wants to make some money, though. Doesn't want it all to be onto the Galil, and he will get his one. Innocent could go ahead and drop the Galil over, pick up the Op, maybe make some trades. And Acor is just going to go ahead and purchase it straight on out of the gates. Cillian gets that Mac 10. Op be purchased. Maka the same, Scriv. Again, I haven't had a chance to watch this man up, so maybe you can give me a bit of a taste of what I'm in for.
He's pretty spicy. He can be pretty spicy. Likes to kind of take those aggressive peaks, as you're seeing, right, early on in this round, trying to go for it, but when I watched him, I think they gave him a fair amount of room to work with. Again, it has been a long time. I don't think I have seen them since the Forge of Masters LAN, so a lot could have changed, but always one of the standout members of Heretics and the longest in the lineup and all that kind of stuff as well, so I would imagine he has quite a lot of influence with them. So far, however, Keith, he's not delivering just yet. Oh, run boost for Acor. Beautiful stuff. And XMS is not hidden in the way that he thought he was. Oh, no. Oh, maybe a bit of miscommunication or really sold on that spot, but that's very unfortunate and a little hilarious the way that he goes down. Meanwhile, Maka playing contact in the bathrooms, knows that Shushite spots him out and drops him. It's a nice retaliation from Heretics to move into the bathrooms.
Ooh. I like the aggression I'm seeing from Heretics, Trev. We always say assertive CT sides get the job done. And so far, into this first rifle, it's the case. Acor gets off the angle at an awkward time, allows Maka to get into position. Kyo will get caught. He was the connector man. And Acor will plant. Bit of an awkward plant position, but out of nowhere, Vera able to double it in. All of a sudden, it's Roy alone. Can't isolate a fight. Vera's gonna get his third. I really like what we're seeing from Heretics into that round. Mad Lions caught a little off guard with the aggressive nature and the retaking of those bathrooms. I'm a fan, Script. So far, the CT side is ticking all my boxes that I have. Mad Lions, plant, and cash aplenty, though. Man, that's the richest T side on round 5 I've seen in a while.
Maybe Heretics are onto something. Of course, Mad Lions still able to purchase up. Looking good in that sense. AWP for Acor once again. Meanwhile, we see Heretics with a very quick move to the double AWP setup. I would imagine this one recovered by Lucky. Oh, Navira, meanwhile, gets a nice easy frag onto Innocent. Just a wide swing from Innocent. This is one of the maps where maybe they've not incorporated him into their game plan just yet, right? That's something to consider for sure. And thus the wide swing on his own makes less sense, perhaps.
Ooh, Acor gonna check the corner. Why am I not surprised? Every time I watch this guy, his head is on a swivel. He doesn't really overlook angles often, Scriv. 2 for the man into the entry with the op. Lucky gets the Molly over to slow their long push, but Avera could be in some hurt. Pivoting from angle to angle, just cannot find a fair fight in his favor. Is Lucky getting distracted. There's players everywhere, and he just cannot pick one. Kiyoshima will save. Mad Lions will go up to 4, and that's a response from Acor indeed.
Absolutely, you can see why his stats are so good at the moment and why he has been a real difference maker for this team since the departure of Bubsky. He was always a very strong member, but maybe Bubsky taking a little bit more of the limelight. And now Acor has the real run-of-the-mill. He set him up so well. Sometimes, as he did in this round, he just sets himself up, to be perfectly honest. And it's not terrible, but certainly not great for Heretics in terms of the cash money. I think they will buy just to even everything up. But Mad Lions off to a pretty damn good start. And we saw Heretics have that nice rifle round. Mad Lions not thwarted, not phased. They turn things back around, which, as we always say, never really ideal in terms of the score, but for that CT side particularly, it can be a bit harsh.
Well, I thought they might have been considering squeaking out a buy here. Not going to be the move.
Interesting.
Right? I thought Keo was going to drop, XMX could buy. You see a lot of CT sides kind of go for cheeky buys here, but they know their next will be a really big buy, including the op, so liking that approach better. Roy, banging flash, it just can't land the shot. Ran into Keo's M4, and immediately Mad Lions are like, all right, let's execute on to B. There, great timing to push up of short. Catches a player with a flash in his hands. Good thing Innocent has his back. And Shush will just go ahead and entry in. Site taken, bomb planted. And Heretics probably considering saving both these guns. Why not, right? Then again, damage at the same time could be applied.
Innocent going to drop another. And Kiyoshima, well, looking to save once again. I think this is exactly how Heretics expected this round and wanted this round to go, right? They do a bit of damage. And then the M4 that was saved from the previous gets saved once again. So Kiyoshima, you know, no real skin off his back. And then he'll be a bit of a cash cow, which, you know, could be beneficial moving forwards. However, money kind of at the back of their mind at the moment. So long as they can facilitate a buy, they're really not all that bothered. They need to actually win the round, right? They need to make the buy work. So, which at this point, with Mad Lions finding a great deal of success early on, and very quickly it feels, Keith, we're up to round number 7. Kind of troublesome for Heretics. Again, best of 1 scenario in a map that Mad Lions are not meant to be too good at. That's probably why you forced it all the way down here. I suppose it was this or nuke, though. That nade is huge, jeez.
Wow. 43-44 after that nade. Mad Lions. Heavy A default. They like this long. Acor supports the rifles while they run up. If Acor doesn't find a pick, the rifles are there. They're doing the bait and switch setup in bathrooms. The one issue with this setup is as soon as you hear long pressure, you have to rotate a rifler up to pick up the site, because it's hard for Maka to get good timing. Falling back to site means he has to use all his utility preemptively to do so. Very committed in this bathroom setup. And I mean very committed.
"35 seconds left. Gotta make a move. Oh, the trigger discipline from Maka is great, but he misses the shots. XMS tries to cover his exit, but also goes down. And that has to be the round, surely. 5-on-3 with no real defense put up on that A-bomb site. So unfortunate for Heretics. They tried the bathroom setup, does not work at all. And now Mad Lions move forward to a 6 once again. Kind of uncontested. Really starting to worry for this CT side if they can't make these rounds at the very least a bit more competitive.
Oh. They're going to be able to save. And yeah, saving here and there. The round's not as close as Heretics want it in the slightest. That long take, very slick by Mad Lions. Their cash is exploding. The round count is getting up there for T-side overpass. We know when the economy changes came in, well, it feels like 6 months ago now. And just to pause my point, speaking of money, Malta V, extra money on your account. Malta V 15, refill bonus, LKs, the best case opening site. And we're really lucky to have them as a partner here in week 10. Check them out. They're the boys. And to continue my point, about 6 months ago, which maybe even longer, when the economy changes came in, we did see a big influx in T-side rounds, finding more success due to their ease in buying. Force buys becoming more prevalent, right? Pistol round being less so. So we did see a little bit of an influx in T-sides getting a bit beefier. I would say back in old economy, 6 rounds, 7 rounds on T-side overpass was good. Now, that's still really good. But teams are pushing the limit to 8 and 9. So I'm so torn, Scriv, on saying this is already a great half. But like so much room still to get more, which is terrifying.
Yeah, that's it, right? It's the scoreline itself and the fashion in which they've been winning the rounds and what else is to come. Nothing off the 4-man boost. Don't spend too long on it, though. I would say, you know, very quickly up there. Definitely something that they've worked on. We have seen teams in the past desperately try and, you know, mount the boost, and unfortunately it costs them a lot of time. And one of the issues with it, of course, is the fact that you can't send the feelers out there early. It's hard to get control of middle afterwards, or, well, not necessarily hard, but risky, right? You could run into like 2 or 3 CTs if you're not careful. B-Burst coming in, though. This is a really good response here from the T side of things. CTs split off across the shop. Navira does manage to get one, as does Keo, but traded back quickly. 3 versus 3. Oh, and that flank cut off by Roy. That might just make the difference, but no, look, he's crept in. Shush is so low here. How is XMS not winning this? Okay, eventually takes him down. An awkward fight that leaves Roy all by himself, trying to get the double, but he can't. And Heretics finally put a stop to the tear that Mad Lions have been on. XMS will get the AWP as well. And the defuse comes in nice and easy.
It's great that they finally get around. And they got some cash. A lot of times you'll see CTs win around, and then just their buy would be less than adequate in comparison to the T side, who have that money built up to continue to buy. But not this time, Scriv. They have the moolah. They've secured the bag, as the kids saying, no cap. That was the hippest sentence I've said in a long time, and I feel very proud. But to wrap up my point, it's cool to see a CT side win around with one alive, come back with a full buy, and challenge Mad Lions, who still have another buy in their back pocket.
Nice utility over the top here once again from the Mad Lions side. A deep smoke that comes in very early that shows presence towards A, right? That they're kind of confident in from Heretics. Oh, Keo getting the nade out the wrong time. He was blinded up anyway. I think he was kind of dead to rights there, but all the same, not able to find anything for his trouble. That really sucks. Lucky as well, just caught off the B bomb site, heavily compromised. A-Core taking down Maka. XMS and Navira will look to save. How many times have we heard that, A? Navira has managed to find one onto Roy, but surely we're not sticking around here. They kind of are, though. Maybe looking to see if anything presents itself, not completely giving up just yet. but now they will. The round goes the way of Mad Lions again. Heretics cannot string them together, it seems. Oh, very troublesome indeed here for the CT side. The money, the rounds, the feels, you know, all of it is pretty bad right now.
Yeah, this has been a brutal CT half, hasn't it? Now that they win a round, they lose one round of that loss bonus. They're still going to be able to squeak a bye together. Vera can drop one. Xmas maybe get a FAMAS out, but to Lucky, they're all going to get M4s. There's no op for your main primary on a map that requires some aggressive plays by nature. Mad Lions just looking really zoned in, Scriv. Playing their game. And that the thing from Mad Lions is kind of just like what we saw from Pact yesterday. The utility usage was on point for each other. And every time they break into defaults, typically all playing tradable. As I say that, of course, the one player who's playing solo in the default doesn't get traded. There's that trade I was talking about, but just overwhelmed with numbers from Heretics. That was a really good take to punish that tradability there for Mad Lions.
Yeah, recovery required here from the Danes. Okay, Roy with a quick one onto XMS. Bomb on its way. I think they'll get the plant here quite easily. Lucky is forced off, so yeah, stopping it going to be a little hard. Macca's on the flank. Needs to win this fight desperately. And Acor can't track him down, so Macca, I think, is happy to, you know, let them cross and whatnot. Acor, though, is going hunting. Acor will find him as well. That's a massive frag. Brings it back into a 2-on-2. But they have conceded control of the A-bomb site. However, Keo moves back to B because he thinks it could be B. But then he's also not sure. So the mind games coming in from Mad Lions really making Heretics panic. Stringing this third round is not looking doable at the moment. Kiyashima through the smoke gets taken down. And Acor again, the hero for Mad Lions. You just cannot write it.
Man, this has been one hell of a T side. Pedal to the metal for Mad Lions. And XMS is at least starting this one well. They need some sort of normality, don't they, Scriv? Up and down, Topsy Turvy. And may I just, if we can go back to player in party, yeah. See those balloons? That's for Dust Moret. Shout out to him. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, homie. I know he's probably not watching, but hey, it's the thought that matters. Actually, and Smix as well. They believe it's Smix's birthday as well, so happy birthday to both of them, Scriv, while I'm at it.
A busy day, isn't it? One of my friends' birthdays today.
There we go. You can tell them they share a birthday with the famous Dust Moret.
It's pretty big.
It's big.
I'll record it, and then when he goes who, we can like turn it into a meme or whatever. Well, who knows? I'm sure he knows Dust. He's a big fan of Counter-Strike, my friend. He's absolutely, he actually detests it. Either way, enough about birthdays. Enough about parties. Because not really a party going on at the moment. Mad Lions kind of pooping all over Heretics at the moment. XMS, though, coming in from behind. Whoa, almost with two. Could have been massive. The patience paying off here, but only 10 seconds to get the bomb down, and both the remaining CTs are here on this B bomb site. They've got to deal quickly. They've got to work their way in, and Kiyashima catches them distracted. Heretics going to steal away the third round. Definitely not the type of round, the type of buy that you expect them to win with, but nonetheless, they will indeed find it, and they'll be happy to do so.
Gotta win out. IMO, in my opinion. I think there's another one that's like IMHO, in my honest opinion, but that's too much. Lucky. That single bullet will land from his spray. And this setup on B, looking deadly with the op here of Maka. Comes down to his peak timing. He peeks the opposite side of the pillar that Acor was holding. Interesting for Acor to take a risk like that. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen him peek short. So I appreciate the hustle. Just getting bested by the off-angle peek. And in response, Mad Lions want bathrooms control while they'll continue their default. But now Heretics beef up the A site, pull an extra player over to help XMS. And finally, a bit of normality for a CT side. Man advantage, utility still in your back pocket, and pressure on Mad Lions. It's been a minute since we've seen this.
Yeah, I mean, Heretics definitely turning things around here towards the tail end of the first half. It's just an issue that they have to continue this and keep it going, not only win this round, but probably the next, maybe even the one after, to feel comfortable moving into the second half. Lucky. Ooh, a little edgy on the spray down. Eventually goes down as well. His swing a bit too wide. XMS, a great position, but Asilian hits him at the very last second, takes him down, and leaves us in a 4-on-3 in favor of Mad Lions. After a poor start to the round, they pull it back with the A hit. And look, Heretics, the confidence you've got, maybe half of them wanting to go for it, half of them not. And the call to save is the one that prevails. So Mad Lions move up to 9.
That is a beefy number, to say the least. What are you going to do against 9 on the T side? They're at least able to get out with an op and a couple rifles. Yeah, that's cool and all. But you really got to start turning these saves into rounds. Round 13, a pause. In fact, it looks like it came from Mad Lions. I mean, they really are making Heretics sweat in this best of one. Because, like, honestly, Mad Lions have been here before. They understand the weight of groups. And if memory serves, this is the first time we've seen Heretics in Malta Vibe, Scriv. Maybe the second, but I'm pretty sure the first.
Definitely the first that we've seen. We've covered pretty much all of them, so they've either never made it through to playoffs or not. Takes a while to go through all 10. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no.
Yeah, that's the feeling I'm having.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feeling very much the same. Curiosity is peaking, however. Goes without saying, Heretics, you need some rounds. Maka has the op. We need this young gun to come out swinging. Their control is starting to slip away. And so he'll get flashed off. Good nade usage from Mad Lions. A flash and a nade sends them back. And they're going to go back into this long setup we've seen them try before. And I wonder how naive Mad Lions may be to this.
Minute 15. Back and forth here from Mad Lions, really playing the mind games. But I think Heretics are becoming more aware. It's a hard one. They have the long control, they have bathrooms control, but doesn't necessarily, especially with a minute left, give you the full idea. However, with the squeaky door opening, we're starting to believe that it is a B hit. Acor leading the way. However, Nira good for 1. That is all. Again, Heretics have to recover the round back. Their B hold fallen a bit too easily. And Mad Lions look set to move to 10. Well, what do you do here if you're Heretics? Sure, you could say, but you're just saving most of the time. A man down, a single man down, is one of the better results that you've had recently. Oh, Cillian. Could have gone for the knife. Love to see knives. I would have loved to see him go for it, but no, he's nice. You know, quick, swift death. The round over, though. These players here just looking for exits. Mad Lion's going to hit double digits really early. 12-3, 11-4. Definitely possible with the way that these rifle rounds have been going.
Ooh, a little gift for XMS. I guess you need something going your way. Double digits, T-side, Scriv. No more beating around in the bush. This T-side score is up there. It is prime for a game win. I'm just going to take a peep. What we got going on in the other best of one. Fours in existence. 6-5 over there. The other Danish squad. Playing Nuke. Okay. For those of you who don't know, that is the refresh lineup. Doing okay over there. Keep an eye on it. Mad Lions, right back in this default we've seen multiple times. Scriv, a 1-1-3. And if Roy walks around this corner, he is going to be given such a gift. Maka makes noise. Roy's tempted to peek now. And oh, you got to hit that if you're Maka. That is a kick below the belt. Maka really needs that.
Yeah, that's really rough. Oh, man, especially he's on 5 frags. We kind of bigged him up. XMS, though, is on the back. Can't really dwell on it too long. Patience as well. It's a little awkward to watch. They definitely don't look as warm as you would like here on the Heretic side, but all the same, frag comes in. And the bomb in the hands of the CT side. This is the important thing. The rest of the squad looking to push forward, smoking off short. Really smart stuff as a shift coming in. 45 seconds, definitely enough time for Mad Lions to move as a squad and retrieve the bomb. Well, they have Roy coming in from the backside as well. Hiroshima left on 1 HP. Navira falling now, so certainly not impossible to recover things back here, but one of the better chances that Heretics have had for a while. I just can't match up, man. Shoosh, wow, coming in with 2. Innocent helping him out, but all the same, just the fact that he's got the confidence to push forwards in such a high pressure kind of moment. And Keo, 1-on-3. Not looking good. Surely at the very least gets traded here. He does get 1, but yeah, Roy's in with said trade. Up to 11 for Mad Lions. Oh, goodness, Heretics. Even the one odd round here and there seems to have stopped.
Yeah, this is in painful territory, no doubt about it. Can't beat around the bush anymore, can ya? An op for Maka, Famas, and M4. Troubling times for Heretics, but best of ones always have this blowout potential, move into the best of 3s. But in such a difficult group script, you really want to stay on that winner side for as long as you can. Troubling times. Back into this long play. I mean, I've lost count how many times this has worked, right? A-Core spots that player. A flash gets tossed. Mac is coming back for some, but he's just been missing the mark. I appreciate him to continue to have confidence, keep going for these peaks and fights, but in a few of these rounds, he finds a pick, he finds the kill. In many situations, he's been able to, or given himself good looks to do so. I mean, the rounds could have different outcomes, just not quite there.
XMS finding Innocent, so the retake here, Keith, certainly not impossible. Even. It's big for Heretics. However, Asilian coming in from long, of course, is going to be a ruin for this. A-Core also a party pooper. The bullies of Mad Lions, the nasty men's at the moment. 4-on-2, very quickly into a 4-on-none, moving up to 12. Sure, their overpass might be lacking against some of the top tier teams, but Heretics are no match at the moment. We'll see. It will need a hell of a T-side from the Frenchman. Plus the one Belgian, of course. But all the same, really well done from Mad Lions. Lucky on 1 frag. That's a rough one.
That's tough. very, very tough. I mean, do I have to say pistol is important? Because I think everyone understands that. And you can see Heretics getting 3 rounds, but never able to string them together. The rounds they won had a few players alive. They even were able to have strong buys in response when they didn't have too many players alive, but won the round. They had to save a bunch of times. I mean, how many more rifle rounds do they need, Scriv, to really push themselves close to victory? I mean, they had as many rifle rounds as, like, I think they had at least 9 rifle rounds. 9-ish, 10-ish. They had a lot. They saved a bunch. Maka had his op-out a few times, just unsuccessful, unfortunately. So Heretics given the chance, just not able to capitalize. Mad Lions, I mean, you got to tip your hat to them. They are playing some unreal Counter-Strike. And that's the hard part about playing Mad Lions is even in their default, unreal tradable. The way they individually get map control, send Roy out to do his stuff, out to do his thing. You don't see him really die alone that often. If he does, there's an immediate response from Mad Lions. So in the online Counter-Strike era, you just play safe, you play tradable, you play to your strengths. I mean, you can see what happens. Whew, those odds. Wow, Luke Bet, our betting partner. Check him on the banner below, but those have to be the most stacked odds. I mean, can it even get any more? I mean, you might be able to go to what, 1 maybe? Like, that's got to be max.
Here we go. Pace being employed by Heretics. They're just going to try and charge into B. Ain't no thinking required here. Maka cleaning 1 up, but 2 so far for Mad Lions gives them the advantage. Maka leading from the front, however, looking to try and get something for his squad. Asilian's still alive in and on the site. Runs out of ammo, but he's being covered. Looking good here. Look, he's left on 17. He's already doubled his kill count. Or tripled it. Maybe quadruple if he can find Acor, and Acor is being a little safe. Gonna let him have the bomb plant, I think. They don't know that he's tagged up. It's a lot harder to tell in pistol rounds whether people are low or not, particularly with how chaotic this one has been. Did Acor spot him there, or was he just spamming away? I think he did spot him. Oh, heads are so small on both sides of the equation. Of course, though, Acor knows, look, he's got to plant the bomb. That's the way that it works. He's going to back away and try another day. Oh, this angle could be so good as well. Lucky out in the open, but he was reloading. Lucky certainly living up to his namesake with that one. We'll see whether he gets away with the round. He does. A huge pistol coming in, quadrupling his frag scoreline at the start of... Oh my goodness, at the start of the second half.
Right when they need someone to win a big round, Lucky comes through. Now they just got to get through the force buy, right? Honestly, they need to go flawless here, basically. Build up that money, like we saw Mad Lions do. They had like 2 buys come 5th round of the first half. So need to do the exact same here to Heretics. Let the MAC-10s make money. Lose 1 player max per round for the next 2. And you could be right back into this game, Scriv. Economically speaking. Not round count, but you'll give yourself a fair shake and a fair look. Mad Lions went for a bit of a long setup. Heretics, not necessarily interested. Just coming through connector, looking to get bathrooms, maybe. Poke and prod in towards sand. But as we know, the Dirty Deegs, 1 headshot. And it can really lean the way of Mad Lions. And... there it is. That is just pure reaction.
Yeah, bit of a master, isn't it? See whether it results in more. They're starting to float towards this B bomb site. Asilian, though, keeps landing these shots, and they're yet to deal with him. There you go, eventually falls, but surely the damage done is somewhat devastating. They do well to pull things back, and the Deagles on the flank, no match for Lucky. They will indeed recover. Asilian does some damage, but XMS and Lucky chiming in pretty heavily. Lucky having a great start to the T side here. Nice to see, you know, new half, new me. Still a long road ahead for Heretics, but straight out of the gate, I think, Keith, the T side looking a little cleaner, a little more comfortable.
No doubt. Maybe they're just a T-sided team script. And that's where I'll pull up the statistics. Let's take a peep. I'm just curious. And never mind. I don't know why I did this to myself. I look at the stat script. My eyes do not believe what I see. Do you want to know?
I don't know. Do I?
4 times played. So keep that in mind. It's only 4 maps. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong team. That'll do it.
Yeah,
But
I'll do it.
just so you know, the 4 times Mad Lions have played this map, only a 22, basically 30% win rate on T rounds. So keep that in mind. Let me take a look at Heretics. Yeah, 39.1% on T rounds. So neither team statistically backed up on their strong T sides, but as we mentioned, you build that money, you get the AKs. The aggressive nature could just suit you, but Mad Lions, as soon as this op comes out from A-Core, the full utility in M4s, this is where the game and this half really begins.
Yes, sir. Oh, no up on the return. I mean, they did have cash for it if they want to drop it across, but not going to be the case. A-Core bouncing forwards. We've got 4 CTs on A here, Keith. Little bit of nade damage. A really interesting setup, putting a lot of faith into the read. Not even the B setup. I think B is, you know, certainly a difficult site to hold on your own. It's not like Shush can easily get away with a cheeky position that finds him 2 or 3. They'll very quickly deal with him, I would feel. But the A hold, the A read is strong and sound. A-Core finding 2. Navira going to try and recover things, but there's smoke in his way. And of course, there's another one at long. They don't expect that because Heretics, when they played A, they only played 2 there. Don't expect the third. Definitely not going to expect this 4th player to have pushed forwards. Mad Lions, a fantastic read and a great round from them. Individually, yes, but even if A-Core gets 1, you know, he gets traded and everything in that situation. Just the setup in general is massive. Kiyashima, the only one left. He has 5 to find. It's really not going to be good. Takes damage from his own molly. Takes huge damage from the enemy nade. I don't even see him finding a single frag here, Keith.
Hey, you don't know what my boy Kiyashima, he is great. But yeah, I'm going to have to agree. It's going to be a little rough, and Innocent just bangs him out. I'll go ahead and claim an AK. As we talked about, though, and mentioned, they had to win the opening rounds as clean as possible, and they do so. Allows that strong buy to come out, and here's his bathroom setup. Last time Heretics ran on the CT side, got bodied. This time around, they walk right into the same setup. A-Core is ready. That's a popular one. You can pull it out once or twice on a CT half. The T side's not going through the motions of flashing and being precautious, and they're liking bathroom control. Roy, decent little nade, not as far. If he had a little more arm on that, he kind of threw it to like from 1st to 2nd. If he wanted to throw it to 3rd, give it a little bit more juice, would have landed nicely. And what does this heaven boost allow them to see? Does A-Core see into connector? He did. That's pretty cool. It exposes you, I believe, to deep T spawn angles, but there's no way as a T walk into connector you're going to be ready for an up there. So, cool little boost. Run boost, speaking of boost, happening towards long. And look at the rotate for Mad Lions. They don't see anything towards water. Connector's been quiet. No utility thrown towards monster. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a clash.
Oh, big clash. This is where it gets A bit more interesting, though, as to whether they check this corner. Roy waiting patiently to get the double spray down. Absolutely beautiful stuff. And I mean, that's the confidence of having 7 rounds on your opponent, right? The fact that he doesn't panic, doesn't the need to react quickly. Keo and Lucky, they will bring it back onto a 2-on-2, so certainly not impossible. But of course, the bomb is down at long. They have that to get through. And Roy is here. Roy is feeling confident. Roy's going to go for another swing, get spotted and taken down, leaving it all onto A-Core. We've seen him pull off some pretty incredible moments. Missing shots, though. And the fact that they burn down really doesn't matter so much for the AWP. He has to hit a clean shot. The wall bang, though, is perfect. Straight through the middle. Lucky does not know what has hit him. Kiyashima quaking in his boots. Cannot find A-Core. The quick movement across from bathrooms. Oh, my God. I'm loving this. And so is he. 20 frags so far. 8 deaths. What a monster.
As someone typed in chat, because I'm kind of inclined to agree at times, the best Danish opper, A-Core. He has been hitting some nut shots. Roy with the bait and switch there towards long. Those are the cool setups Mad Lions love to implement time and time again. And nice try indeed from the spray. Heretics. You can't account for A-Core hitting that shot through dice. But does he ever make it look pretty? Bomb plant, buy bot up. I would say this is the last chance saloon that Heretics have just walked into.
Ooh. A-Core with a rare missed shot. Roy, though, pushing up. Does manage to find one. Quickly traded back. The 1-for-1 trade going to work out for the T side, I suppose. It just depends on what the rest of the CTs do with the information. Another drops. Yashima over towards short. Yeah, I was going to say, Assyrian's not on A. A-Core, though, missing a fair few shots in this round. Certainly biting off more than he can chew. And it might end up costing them. There's no one on the A site itself. Assyrian is low. I'm going to attempt to go for the boost up here. Wait for the plant to come in, I would imagine. That smoke is very deep, sir. There we go. Shusha's patience pays off. All the while, we're buying time for the rotation. Lucky with a quick headshot, though, might just have made the difference. Nade and flash coming over the top. Not going to find anything. It's all going to be onto Innocent. Not an impossible 1-on-2 for him. But timing really going to be everything. Of course, that flank coming in, and he jumps up. What's happened there? Oh, no. He shoots through, hits his spacebar by accident. Maybe the mouse wheel. Not sure. Not sure whether he's a serial bunny hopper, but all the same, Heretics getting a little lucky to get away with that one.
And they're staying afloat. Still a part of this game. Mad Lions can't buy here, Scriv. 8 seems to be looming and glooming. For some reason, whenever I say the word gloom, I think of the Pokemon, that purple woman with blonde hair and like that weird red dress. Was it because her name was actually Gloom? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about?
Not massive. I'll be honest, I've not watched or played Pokemon since
someone in
like
chat will.
Crystal. You ever play Pokemon Crystal? That's a classic.
Pokemon Gold and Red, the bangers.
Yeah, around the same. Crystal's
time?
around. Yeah, I think it's like 2001 or something.
Nah, I grew up playing Gold. That was the only one I had.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same kind of deal for me, right? And I was terrible. The little ice cave, could not do it. At like 8 years old, you know, it was really hard.
Yep.
Fun games, though. This one, not looking so fun for Heretics. They will, again, stay alive a little longer. Expectant round for them to pick up to get to number 8. It seems at the moment they're just prolonging the inevitable. We're definitely not believing in them just yet. Even if you're a die-hard fan, I think it's hard to think that they're going to win from a scoreline like this. But not impossible, right? Keeping Mad Lions away from 15, really important. CT side is a great side to be up against. You know, you can keep that economy crushed down and make sure that, you know, you win a buy and then you kind of get a freebie after. You win a buy, you get a free, you know. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1, really. Certainly easier to break the economy and keep them under the cosh than it is if you're up against the T side. So every cloud with its silver lining here for Heretics, but still a long road ahead. 6 more required to even things up, 7 for overtime, 8, of course, to take things over the line in regulation. So 8 in a row. No mistakes from here on in, regardless, I would say, but I think winning things in regulation is going to be tough. Surely they slip up eventually. And you can just kind of see, they know how to set this up, but it's not quite as clean, not quite as quick, and Acor is ready for it. Where did he drop down, or was he there the whole time? He was definitely set up and able to find the frag, and the mistake that they don't want to happen might just come in this round, unless XMS has got something else to say.
Oh, they're rotating. Wonder what the tell for this was. The exchange and connector, maybe? In fact, Acor's alive in water. Oh, how does he live? The movement. Oh my goodness. Acor singing and dancing 2v2. Not even a retake. Bomb's not yet planted, Scriv. And then Vera gets mollied off the plant. Up he goes. Back into the fire. Through short they go. If he would have collided them with no scope, would have screeched. That's Roy the one. There's the second from Astillion. 15 from Mad Lions. Wow. I am at a loss of words.
Yeah, Mad Lions kind of living up to the namesake. To be honest, a little mad, for sure. And now Heretics, maximum pressure is on them to stay here on the upper end, or move into the upper end. They're not quite there just yet. Of course, the opening best of 1 of the day. I would imagine the other still going on, not concluding just yet. Either way, early opener from Acor coming in. What's new, eh? Mad Lions with the advantage here. 5 on 4. Heretics pressure is on. The A bomb site has to be successful, and a great move coming in. They're going to lose Roy, but they very quickly rotate 2 players in. Completely sold on the A hold, and maybe Heretics think they're going to have an easy pass, but it's not going to be as easy as they want. Landing the shot certainly does help, however. Now into a 3-on-2 retake.
Acor smoked off at the perfect time. Nivera goes high. He absolutely destroys Acor while falling. Shush could be in some trouble here. MP9 close range is great. And it will be the case here. He knows there's a player behind him. Don't give him the chance. Now he wants the 1v1 on site. Bomb isn't even half ticked yet. He's found a smoke on top of it all. Scriv, doable, yes?
I would think so. But they're playing Ring Around the Rosie. He is really thrown off. Oh, spins around to find Lucky, though. That is massive. Thankfully, Maka cleans it up. It would have been a tough way to lose the map. That's for sure, but not going to be the case just yet. Once again, Heretics are hanging on.
Heretics are so far running back. Probably upset that they let 15 go so early. They could have kept them on 14 for a bit longer, even just up to this point. Would have been really cool. It's not the case. Mad Lions going for a bit of a wall stack in simple position. Be kind of crazy if an op came around that corner, collided all 4 of them headshots. Make it happen, Maka. But for now, we're just kind of hanging out. Heretics are putting out the fillers. Lucky, as soon as he dies, they will go to B. No doubt. Or he sprays them all down. That's an option too. Ah, boo! Here comes the men though. Down connector. Luck wants nothing to do with it.
Oh, he decides against that choice though. He's going to go for it, and he finds himself 4. Will eventually get overwhelmed, but I mean the Galil nearly paying for itself with those 4 frags. Moving up to 10 for Heretics. No sweat off their brow, of course. And now once again the real work begins. 5 in a row, bringing it ever closer, you know. With each and every round, they probably start to believe a little more and also add a bit more pressure to themselves. We'll see here. A quick start with the utility. Heretics moving through it nice and fast. No real resistance from Mad Lions. Oh, but at long, Keith, it could be a bloodbath in just a second here. Are they going to peek? Are they going to swing? I don't think so. Waiting patiently instead. Acor with a nice pickup. Rivera needs to trade, and he does. A lot of HP gone, but happy to, at the very least, have evened things up. Certainly not said and done just yet. Difficult between these two teams. Hard to know at this point, but of course the pressure so heavy on the shoulders of Heretics.
This time it's for the game. Innocent behind Dice. M4 grip tightly, ready to shoot. First is down. Does he check behind him? He does. Just too many bodies. And Roy is creeping. The fact that he killed that long player means Roy can walk up for free. This is the last thing they're probably expecting. Scriv, is anybody gonna hold it? Will anyone look over here? They're pushing in for deep control because it's planted for APC, Scriv. This is going to be spicy. Roy's timing is everything.
What an angle for Lucky around the bomb. That is so cool. Roy able to find 1, now needs to find 2 more. He's left by himself and doesn't have a kit to work with. Knows that there's 1 over towards Optimus. Great spin around to drop Vera. And Lucky playing the bomb beautifully. There's no time, but Roy, I think, to be honest, an achievement for him to clutch that one up. And you do have to now look across and see whether Heretics are going to be comfortable. They will indeed. Plenty of cash, just about. Mad Lions, meanwhile, not so much. Heretics within 4. Starting to get into dangerous territory.
Yeah, OT could be on the rise. It just seems both teams are struggling with CT side balance here. Which is odd for Overpass, right? Seems like the T side, though, has been flourishing for both. Funny enough, going against the statistics, going against the grain. Roy in towards connector with the only M4. After that clutch, he'll have the weapon. It seems like Heretics are enjoying this free long control, and they're planning on taking it all the way to the A site. Mad Lions figured this out early enough that they can kind of cheat rotate, however.
Oh, Acor about to have a nasty surprise or not? Whoa, okay. How fast does this man turn? That's a pretty big pickup, with Heretics not having any trade potential either. And Innocent coming in behind. The A bomb site being stacked. Heretics are wary of the fact, so they're going to move towards B. Innocent manages to get 1, dips away like a phantom. Able to go for another fight against Maka. Maka cannot lose this, and he does. No way, Keith. 5-on-2 against nothing but
Come
the
on.
pistols. Lucky does manage to drop it back into a 4-on-2, but they're split. Kiyoshima by himself, left low. Asilian's patience going to pay off to hand him a free one. And now Lucky to clutch up for Heretics to keep them alive here in the game. The mistake coming in. Asilian with the wide